Hey guys, how's everyone doing today? I hope you're having a great day so far. So I'm going to read you a story today called Chameleons Are Cool. And we're going to use this book to help us learn the difference between fact and opinion. So this book is full of statements that are facts and an opinion. So as I'm reading it, I want you to keep your ears out so you can listen and your brain will tell you, oh, that was a fact, or oh, that was an opinion. So let's review the difference between the two. A fact is true and it can be proven. I'm going to share some clues with you about how to pick those statements out that are facts. So when you hear statements that have a date or something in history, that is it is generally a fact. Like George Washington's birthday is February 22nd. So that's a fact. It can be proven. Nonfiction. So books that we read that are nonfiction are full of information. Those are facts. Numbers. Numbers are another way that can help us figure out the clue that it's a fact. Like there are 12 inches in a foot. All right, and science. So things that are in science are facts, like the Earth is the third planet from the sun. Okay, so those are different clues to help us figure out the difference between a fact and an opinion. So an opinion is something that someone thinks, feels, or believes. And the clues that we're going to listen for are words like believe, think, feel, or adjectives. All right, so when we are listening, those are the clues that are going to help us know the difference between a fact and an opinion. So are you guys ready? Here we go. We're going to read our story. Chameleons Are Cool by Martin Jenkins, illustrated by Sue Shields. Here we go. Now don't forget to listen for the different facts and opinions stated in the book. Here we go. Some lizards eat bananas. Chameleons don't. Some lizards walk upside down on the ceiling. Chameleons can't. There's even a lizard that glides from tree to tree. A chameleon certainly wouldn't do that. But of all the different kinds of lizards, I still think chameleons are the best. Chameleons are cool. So are you hearing some of those statements that are facts and opinions? It's not that they're all that big. The biggest is only about the size of a small cat. It's called an Aloud chameleon, and it lives in Madagascar. They can be really, really small though. The smallest one could balance happily on your little finger. It's called a Dorbrixia, and it lives in Madagascar too. Look at this page. Look at all those awesome looking chameleons. They're so bright. And I suppose you wouldn't exactly call many of them beautiful. Their skin is wrinkly and bumpy, and they've got big bulgy eyes, while lots of them have the most ridiculous noses. I think their noses I like the best. Their mouths are pretty odd too. They turn down at the corners, which is why chameleons always look grumpy. Actually, they don't just look grumpy, they are grumpy. So if two chameleons bump into each other, things can get pretty lively. There's lots of puffing and hissing, and sometimes there's a real fight. And that's when chameleons do what they are the most famous for. They change color. Isn't that interesting? Lots of people think chameleons change colors to match their surroundings. They don't. They change colors when they're angry, or when they're too cold, or when they're hot, or when they're sick. Wow, I didn't know that. Did you know that, Ruby? I thought they change colors to match their surroundings. And there are some sorts of chameleons that hardly change colors at all. As a rule, though, chameleons don't bump into one another that often. I suppose it wouldn't be fair to call them lazy, but they certainly don't move any more than they have to. And when they do, it's almost incredibly slowly. Sometimes they stop completely in mid-step as if they've forgotten what they're supposed to be doing. But if you look closely, you'll see that they're actually carefully peering about. I wonder what they're looking for when they're peering. Now, peering about is something chameleons are rather good at. That's because their eyes can move separately from each other, unlike our eyes, which always move together. Wow, that is such an interesting fact. So you can see one eye can look one way and the other eye can look the other way. Whoopi, can you do that? You can't do that, can you? So while one eye is looking back over the chameleon's shoulder, the other one is scanning the branches ahead. What a talent that is. As soon as it spots something tasty, the chameleon fixes both eyes on its prey and begins to creep forward, even more slowly than usual. Then it opens its mouth just a crack, and what do you think's gonna happen? What do you think's gonna happen, Libby? Thop! Out shoots this amazingly long tongue with a sticky tip at the end, like a piece of well-chewed chewing gum. Look at that tongue. Wow, he sticks it out and grabs onto that prey. Incredible. Then the tongue flies back and there's a lot of chomping and chewing and perhaps a few bits of an insect leg fluttering to the ground. Ooh. And after that, the chameleon just sits there for an hour or two, doing nothing very much at all, but looking exhausted after all that hard work. And there you have it. How could you possibly resist a pocket-sized, bad-tempered, changing-colored, swivel-eyed, snail-paced, long-tongued sharpshooter? If chameleons aren't cool, then I don't know what is. That's awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do is I have some statements from the book. And I'm going to read them and I want you to say, is that a fact or an opinion? Are you ready? Here we go. Are you ready, Loopy? Here's the first one. Chameleons are lizards. Fact or an opinion? Fact. If you said fact, you are right. Did you say fact, Loopy? Over half of all types of chameleons come from Madagascar. Is that a fact or an opinion? That is a fact. Over half of them do come from Madagascar. Chameleons are cool. Fact or an opinion? That's an opinion, because some people might not think chameleons are cool. I mean, I think pugs are cool, and some people don't think pugs are cool, right, Loopy? So that's definitely an opinion. Some lizards eat bananas. Fact. That is a fact. Some lizards eat bananas. There are all kinds of lizards, but I think chameleons are the best. What is that? Did you guys hear one of our clue words over here? I think that's a clue that that statement is an opinion. Chameleons can change colors. Fact or opinion? That is a fact. We heard that in the book, didn't we? We heard that fact in the book. So, if you got all those right, you definitely know the difference between a fact and an opinion, and you are awesome. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time. All right. Have a great day.